I see what happened. The stream is actually dropping the whole stream. It's actually restarting the stream every time.
Yeah, I see it back up now, I think.
Jeez. Man, I feel bad for anyone who has notifications on. Like, hey, Hunter Swap is streaming right
Yeah, I
now.
turned that off on my phone way before the stream because it would have been.
Okay. So, is there anything else in the PlayStation event that we? Okay.
No.
Okay. So,
No, there's more. Hold on.
okay. Sorry. Go ahead.
I have. I think it's just called Like a Dragon. I don't remember the rest of the title.
Yes, the Yakuza game. I knew you were going to talk about this. I forgot about it.
No, you're okay. I'm here now. It was actually remade from 2010. I had no idea about it because I'm still new to Yakuza in general.
So
but it's really, really fun.
I have a friend who's a huge Yakuza fan and who has, I think, imported this game. Maybe if not, but either way, he was super excited, like over the moon about this, and was talking it up a lot. Like, oh, you got to play this. And I was like, okay.
Yeah, because Yakuza, of course, it has like funny, goofy gameplay. The story is fun. It's a nice ride to go through to see Like a Dragon, and then to have the aspect of it like back in another feudal era aspect. I'm cool with it. I want to check it out. The only thing that I'm kind of on the fence about is the fact that it's a remake.
Yeah.
Is the translation going to be poor? Like you know how sometimes they port those games that came like a decade ago, is it still has that caboose as it once had before. It's not like it's a Mass Effect game or something like that. It's just a game that walked around Yakuza. And now it's here. I know you're working on the podcast, right?
Yeah. No, I'm sorry. We
No, you're good.
We have got 2 comments on the stream, and both of them have been very negative.
Oh yeah, I've seen that.
I'm just dealing with that, I guess.
You're Thanosing people.
Yeah.
Sorry. You want me to continue while you're
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
I think it's called Sin Duality.
Yeah.
I think that's how you pronounce it. So it's a mech game, and I was like, this game was pretty fun. It gives me like the Armor Core / Lost Planet vibes. It didn't really dwell too much about what the game is like premise, but what was attracted me the most is like your little cute little robot that turns to a big ass badass robot as you progress through the game, and you're like going through this world, traversing through, finding wolves and other beasts and everything. And I think it might be a fun time because it has co-op. We don't have too many Met games of this era that has co-op, and you can be able to play with your friends and just be like the old Gundam anime days, the old games of getting back into like, hey, bro, you're the tank, I'm the DPS robot, then we have the repair guy. Yeah, there's RPGs like that, but not too many for robots. I don't know if it's going to be a PlayStation exclusive, though, but I wouldn't be surprised if it is, being the fact that it was state of play. The next game that I've seen that's been around for a while, been buzzing around, Stellar Blade, aka Project Eve, that's coming out.
Mm-hmm.
Stellar Blade is absolutely gorgeous.
Okay.
It is a beautiful game. It's one of the few games I've ever seen where, like, man, I don't want to punch this boss in the face. That looks so damn good. It looks gorgeous. Project Eve has been buzzing around. Don't quote me on this too much, but I think like 2010, 2012. Then it started coming around again in 2019 as like a little small standalone title. And at first, Project Eve just looked like a clone for Devil May Cry, which, without that going saying, isn't necessarily a bad thing, but it didn't have its own flavor to it.
Yeah.
Now that I see that Project Eve is turning to Stellar Blade and is going more on the emphasis of the fact that your character is being augmented with like tech, in mechas, in different like psychonetics, similar to Scarlet. I think it's Scarlet Nexus. I
Okay.
enjoy that aspect. And you're gonna have us fight big bolstering monsters that are like on the level of Monster Hunter. I really enjoy it.
Yeah.
Stellar Blade looks to be really good, but I want it on PC as well. So we have to wait to see. We have
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
wait to see. So hopefully it comes out for it. I think the last one I wanted to touch on is, yeah, Sin Duality, Stellar Blade. No, I think that's it.
Okay.
I think,
All right. So the last one was Capcom, and that one I didn't watch all of it. I'm not gonna lie. I had something come up and I stopped after Exo Primal, which was game two that they
what
talked.
is that?
I'll start with Exo Primal. Exo Primal looks pretty cool to me. It is sort of like one of those hero shooters, except it's a horde mode shooter. It's you against the AI, but the horde is a lot and a lot and a lot of dinosaurs, like raptors and T
Okay.
Rexes, and it's a horde mode shooter. You have classes, you have like special exo primal suit people. Like I don't know if they're characters or they're just suits. Kind of like uh what is Tenno? Tenno. What
Warframe?
Warframe. Yeah. Kind of like Warframe where you're just playing as a suit versus a specific character. Either you're a specific character or a suit, I can't remember, or a class or whatever. But either way, you have like your snipers, your tanks, like all sorts of like roles. And it's supposed to be a cooperative game, that's the part that makes me worried. Online cooperative game, so maybe it's going to be hard to get people to play all the time. Like I have a core group of
Mm-hmm.
friends. We tried to play Back for Blood. We managed to do it 4 times. That's it. Like
Worth better than zero.
it's true, but I'd like to finish a game at some point, right? We didn't get out of Act One in Back for Blood, so I don't know. This looks really cool. You're fighting just like a ton of dinosaurs constantly. Like the very first trailer, there's like this orb that's in the sky, and he's just raining velociraptors, just raining them down. And I was just like, what? It's it looks really cool. It's a brand new IP for Capcom, so and I like dinosaurs, and I like shooting
I'm looking at the
dinosaurs.
gameplay. There's actually multiplayer in this game.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's cooperative multiplayer. So,
No. PvPvE.
oh yeah, that too. I guess I didn't see that part. But yeah,
Yeah, this is insane. Like they're fighting velociraptors while they have to worry about the other team completing the objective and shooting at them as well.
mm. Yeah, it looks
This is
fun.
amazing.
It looks like a lot of fun. They've had like different trailers for different like boss dinosaurs, like a T Rex, a Stegosaurus, and stuff. Like, I just I'm into it.
I wonder if this is a Capcom game. What if that Sega or something?
Pretty sure it's Capcom because it shows up in their showcase
Oh,
twice.
you're right. It
Yeah,
is. I just can't believe they did something like this.
yeah, it is sort of like in Sega's like weird, out there kind of style. But then obviously we had the Monster Hunter stuff, and Sasha, I know you're not into the Monster Hunter stuff yet, but
He said yet.
I did. We got
He's always putting out the positive vibes.
um, so we already knew about Flaming Espinus, which is kind of funny to me. And now I know that Flaming Espinus was an existing um subspecies in Frontier, so it's not
Hmm.
necessarily new. Well, it's new to us. I will say Espinus is new to us. Flaming Espinus is new to us. So we already saw that before, but what we got announced was the two new monsters, which was Violet Mitsune, not Violent. Some people have thought it said Violent. It's Violet, which is a
Yeah.
fire Mitsune, which a lot of people were unhappy about because we have Flaming Espinus and Violet Mitsune, who are both fire. And Monster Hunter tends to have a overabundance of fire monsters. But I will say, in Rise particularly, it's an overabundance of water monsters, honestly. If you actually pay attention.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah.
So,
No, we need Danielle, and then we have the complete kit.
yeah. Um, so, Violet Mitsune, it looks cool. It's exploding gas instead of bubbles. So that was what makes it fire. It's using gas, the bubbling gas, I guess, which is an interesting concept. And then we had a new Camellius, which does paralysis and looks really cool instead of poison. I don't remember its name, but it is basically afflicted, but it's not. It's overcome the affliction. A lot of people are speculating it's kind of what Malzeno is, but in my opinion, it is not what Malzeno is. More of a symbiosis, where this is more of a overcoming the affliction rather than a symbiotic relationship like Malzeno is. Um, the interesting thing is everything that we've gotten new so far has been like, hey, get to master rank 10 and you can play this content. And this one
Yeah.
is like, hey, get to master rank 110. Like, get a
Yeah.
100 more master rank before you can play the Camellius. Now,
Right.
I think I'm nearing, I'm either nearing or I've surpassed 300 master rank already. So that's not really a problem for me, but there might be some grinding for people if they
I haven't played in a while. I gotta catch up.
yeah, I mean I haven't played in a while either. I do not enjoy the end game grind for the afflicted monsters.
Afflicted stuff?
No,
Really?
I do not enjoy it. I do not enjoy what I call artificial difficulty on monsters. There's never been a mechanic that I have enjoyed in that aspect, and this is just as.
I agree.
I don't like it. I don't like doing it. I stopped trying to get the 100% guild card because of it. Like, I'm just not interested. So I will crown hunt these things and maybe be done.
I tolerated it because I was getting like 4U vibes, but then after a while, I'm like, okay, this is really tedious, and I'm not enjoying this as much.
Yes, it is tedious, but to be fair, we also got MR6, which is the last rank of afflicted monsters. So there's a whole another set of quests. I don't think the afflicted monsters are boring themselves per se. I just don't like. It's artificial difficulty. We already have the monster. I just want new monsters. That's it.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
That's all I want is different monsters. I don't want to fight the same monster with a glowy spot on it. Because it's not different.
No, it isn't. No matter how like explosive you make them be, like when they made Yogi Bear like be able to explode, I was like, why? Why is this a thing? I don't need him to have a temper tantrum and then booty bam slam on me and explode. This is just dumb.
Yeah.
I was not enjoying that at all.
I mean, don't get me wrong, it does change the fight for them being afflicted. There you do have to approach it differently. It is more dangerous. It is more challenging. There's all of that. I just don't find that interesting. I don't find that kind of challenge interesting. I would rather just fight different monsters. That's it. Like if they had done the whole investigation system and that was it, they just added investigations and they weren't afflicted, I'm good. That's fine.
Yeah, honestly, you have continuous like quests that you can have, man, at your disposal. I have no problem.
And you know what? I'm fine with leveling them up too. I just don't want them to be afflicted.
Mm-hmm.
The afflicted part is what kills me. Like, I do enjoy them doing the gathering to get the other quests. Like when you see the afflicted like berries and you grab them, it's like, hey, you got a new quest because you grabbed the afflicted berries. Like, that's cool. I like that. I just don't like fighting the monster afflicted. It's just
right. Let me fight afflicted, furious Rajang. Why?
Right. To me, it's like, hey, take the most fun aspect of Monster Hunter, the fight, and make it no longer fun. At least to me. Right. That's my opinion. So I burnt out on it. Again, I'll probably crown hunt these things and be done. Like that's where I'm at with Sunbreak. Um,
In terms of the season pass or the time frame that they give out content, what's the next thing that they're gonna do?
they haven't
Do you
said
recall?
what it is yet, but it is going to be in November.
Okay. Is that like an expansion to the? Oh, you don't know yet. Like an expansion to the story or whatever. We
It's
just
just
still
more
fighting
monsters, to
slipping.
my understanding.
Hmm.
It says several other monsters on the roadmap.
I wish we don't like. I don't want any more subspecies. I want like legit, like authentic, like another monster to come out.
I'm
I
okay
don't
with
hate subspecies. I just want something different.
I'm okay with subspecies because they actually do them quite differently now in these modern days. They're not just palette swaps. They're actually different fights a lot of the time. But um, I mean, I agree. I'd rather have a different monster. But I'm okay with the subspecies. Um, but I don't really have anything else to add on the Monster Hunter stuff. Like it's just. Oh wait, I guess people will get mad if we don't mention the fact that you have paid paid transmogs for
Uh,
weapons. That's a thing.
yeah.
So they added transmogs. You can have weapon transmogs to
Mhm.
anything in the game already, but they have paid DLC transmogs that people are flipping out about. I personally am like, then don't buy it. Like, if you don't want it, don't buy it. I don't get where people are upset about that. Like, oh, too many MTX and Monster Hunter now. I'm like, they're going to try to make money. I mean, they did the same
The
thing
thing
in
about
World.
Monster Hunter Online, like you can pay for skins and stuff like that in that game, but I guess
Yeah.
like what a minority of people played it.
Yeah, I guess. I don't it doesn't bother me because A, I don't care, and B, it doesn't affect the gameplay. It never will. So,
No, you buy the hair and all of that. So what's the problem? I've seen plenty of people spend money on the emotes and the hair and like the armor aesthetics, but then the
uh,
weapons come along. Why would you do that for?
I am with Eric's Gaming. I will pay for it if there is a beard that is even close to mine, but there isn't.
That's fair.
Like him and I are rocking beards. Like it's just that's my style, and they just doesn't exist in Monster Hunter. Apparently, people with beards are just not in the Monster Hunter world anymore. So, uh, I know that that's where they talked about the Resident Evil stuff. I know we're getting a Resident Evil 4 remake. I think something was there about that. Um, and then also I didn't watch it, but I know there's a lot of stuff about Street Fighter 5. I'm sorry.
Yes.
I can't care any less about Street Fighter 5 personally.
I'm getting tired of Street Fighter as well. Like, sue me or whatever, but like Street Fighter 2 was my limit. Now you have Ken. Oh, he has freaking like Parkinson's, all the other issues he has with his body. I think he has what is it, arthritis in his hands. Why are you making this poor man keep fighting? Same thing with you. He had Dark Hotto. Now he's normal again. Turned bad again. He's gonna fight Akuma again. We're tired of them. They can go to an old person home. They're old now. They're middle age. Damn
Yeah,
near, what's her name? Chun Li. She has a baby. She has a baby. What do you need her to keep fighting for? I
I
don't
don't.
know. I'm gonna get into that.
I think Sasha can back me up. I'd rather see Mortal Kombat, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
Mortal Kombat 12.
I do like Mortal Kombat better, but I don't really play a ton of fighting games.
Me either.
Me either.
I was saying this to my friends who are excited about Street Fighter 5. No offense to people who are. It's just not for me. Um, like I care about Mortal Kombat and dead fighting games that don't exist anymore. Like One Must Fall and Primal Rage. That's it. Maybe Bloody Roar if that ever comes back. And that's it.
I'm just a casual fighting game fan.
I mean, same. I play
You know,
Mortal
like
Kombat for the story.
if I'm somewhere where a group of people want to play a game and it just happens to be fighting games, round robin style, great. That's a fine time. But
Yeah, you're not sitting there
I'm not.
grinding at home.
No, and I'm definitely not paying $60 for a fighting game.
I do.
Plus the DLC.
Right. I do.
Don't forget that.
I do for Mortal Kombat because I like playing. I like Mortal Kombat. I like the characters. I like the story. Mortal Kombat has some of my favorite stories in fighting
Yes.
games. So
Street Fighter doesn't.
no, I don't.
It's just,
I played Street Fighter once, and it was Street Fighter 2 with my friend in college. And by the way, when I was in college, that game was already over 15 years old. So no thanks.
it's the same thing with Tekken. Like Tekken has a story to an extent, but it's like it's primarily through Jin and his family lineage. Everybody else has like their own side off stories.
What
And
I
with Street Fighter, the primary things are Ryu and Ken and Chun Li. Everybody's side off characters.
yeah. The only story I know about it, Tekken is the joke they did in the Smash Brothers announcement for Kazuya, where he just throws
Oh
everyone
yeah,
off the cliff, just keeps
yeah.
throwing
When his
people off.
dad threw him off the cliff.
Yeah, he keeps throwing people off a cliff. Just and then I like how he throws Kirby, and Kirby just floats back up in the background. Whoop, whoop,
That's
whoop.
good old Kirby, my man.
Yeah, Sakurai certainly doesn't play favorites with Kirby, does he? No.
No. Like he has a new game coming out soon anyway, which is beyond me.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I guess there was a new Kirby game we didn't mention. A new re-release of a game for the Nintendo stuff for Kirby. The girls want it. I don't.
Yes, it's co-op.
Yeah, I mean Kirby games are fun for that, which I'll play with them. But that's it. Um, honestly, the Capcom, the only thing that I wrote down that I cared about were Exo Primal and Monster Hunter. And Monster Hunter is honestly out of it. I care about the monsters they announced. And woo, there's transmog. I guess I won't use it. I don't even use transmog on the armor. I just fight as is, unless my armor doesn't cover my face. I like full helmets. I like the full helmet look. I always do that. So
Yeah.
I will transmog on a full helmet if the armor I'm using is just like an earring or something.
I think overall, like I'm looking at Exo Primal now. It looks like to be a fun game, but it's coming out 2023. I'm like, can I even recall or take attention to remember that game coming out?
I'm sure there will be more stuff that'll come out between now and then.
Yeah, I mean there
Hopefully.
is. There's a lot of. I mean, for me, Bayonetta's coming out next month, so I'll be doing that. And then we got
For me, it's gonna be Call of Duty.
Scarlet and Violet's going to be November. Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, and so that'll probably be the rest of the year for me. Is Bayonetta then Scarlet and Violet, and then of course obviously finishing Mass Effect up until then, which I may just finish Mass Effect. Like I may not even take a break between the games like I had intended. I may just plow through them all, just 2, 3 Andromeda, and then get into the Bayonetta stuff.
I think you should, but
Me too.
I'm biased.
My second. No, I'm super biased, and I want you to do it.
Well, I still have been trying to play Titan Quest, but I keep hitting walls because of the resistances problem. So that one, I'm probably gonna like. Obviously, while I'm listening to a podcast or something, I'm not playing Mass Effect because I want to hear what's going on in Mass Effect. So when I do my podcast gaming, or when I'm doing like watching a show in gaming, I'll probably be doing Titan Quest. But I'm probably gonna be back. Like that'll be the only time I'm playing Titan Quest at this point, and it'll probably just all be Mass Effect right now, because everything else I tried between Mass Effect 1 and 2 was just not working for me. Like I tried the Pokemon clone Temtem.
Oh, I like Tintin. You don't like it?
I don't like it. Do not buy this game. I don't think Pokemon needs an always online connection. That's bullshit.
See, now we gotta fight. Put them up. Because Tim, I disagree with him. It's a really fun game. I love playing it with my friends. It's a nice, relaxing thing where you can just run around and collect the little Tim monsters together. Plus, you can breed the Tims together. Like, I like that aspect. Of course, same thing in Pokemon. Like, hey, let me hold your Pikachu with the best IVs and let me freedom of mind. But it's just a different aspect to it. Plus, the story alone with Tim, the characters remind me of Mega Man Battle Network, where they all have like their own little stink persona with them, little sassiness, little like
Sure.
cockiness with it to it. I like that aspect. But Tim won't be for everyone because it ultimately comes with a really heavy group. You're grinding a lot more than usual in Pokemon because to get like a shiny in Tim, I think it's like 0.03% chance to get it,
Oh,
let
jeez.
alone to get like the ones with the perfect IVs that you want. It's a lot of grinding and there's a lot of networking with people because people breed those Tims that you want, and then you got to give them some type of currency or whatever for it. Or they have a Reddit where they're using crypto for it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. The Always Online really killed it for me because where I play my Switch is sometimes where I don't have internet. That's just a thing.
Uh,
And at home, yeah, it's on the internet. That's not a problem at all. But
yeah.
at home, I'm gonna play Mass Effect. On the go, I'm gonna be playing. I'm gonna be playing. Like, I had planned on playing 1010, Temtems, but I'm not. So I'm just. I'm always looking for a better Pokemon game because I like Pokemon, but like there are things that are old about it that are never going to change, and that I want to see it change, but they're not going to. So I've been looking
I'm on the
for.
fence about getting Pokemon.
Huh?
I'm on the fence about getting Pokemon Violet.
I'm not.
Just because
Arceus
I want to get to
sold me. So like they said it's like Arceus, I'm sold. Like I'm good.
Arceus. I didn't beat Arceus yet. I think it's a fun game. Don't get me wrong. But like the main thing I would get Violet for is the cooperative gameplay, and I don't want to play Pokemon alone anymore. Like after what was the previous title, Sun Sword and Shield?
Yeah.
When they had the DLC where you can like run that mode to like fight the dark Pokemon with your friends.
Yeah.
You
The
know, I like
Gigantamax.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get like all the legendaries and stuff. I love that.
Did
That was so much fun, just like me guys.
did you not know that the
Huh?
whole game you can play with 3 other people in Scarlet and Violet?
Sword and Shield.
Full
No, Scarlet
multiplayer?
and Violet. No. Yeah, I know that. That's what I'm saying. That would be
Okay.
the only reason why I would get the game.
Oh,
But
okay.
I
Gotcha.
don't know. I don't know.
The
To play
girls are
another
over the
Pokemon.
moon. The girls love Pokemon. Like right now, Cece's like her answer to what I want to be right when I grow up is a Pokemon trainer. Like that is her answer right now. That was like
That's whimsical.
yeah, and so like she heard that it was fully multiplayer and she was like, you can't do that in Pokemon. I was like, you can with this one, brand new. And she's like, I'm so excited. So every time I see her, she was like, when is Scarlet and Violet coming out? When is it coming out? Like, she has been excited since the announcement. So
Which generation is going to be in this game?
it's a new generation.
No, like it. So, like you know how like these new titles they have like the previous generations,
Hmm.
but sometimes they take out like a select fewer Pokemon. Do you know which generation is going to be in the game?
I don't know. I've seen a lot of Pokemon from different generations in there, like a lot. Um,
Well, I have to do some research.
they showed off some new ones.
Oh, that's my friend King. He's in chat.
I
So she wants to go out and make a living on Pokemon on animal fights. She's become police person and whatnot.
mean,
Oh,
she's a 7-year old. She doesn't understand that. She just wants the bond with a Pokemon, and it'd be cool, like how they sell it in the games. Like, yeah, I'm pretty sure she's not gonna start a cockfighting ring. Like, it's not gonna. I don't think it's gonna get that far.
Watch out, she stays too much time in the shed. That's all I know.
I did there's a again back to Mass Effect, there's in the Krogan area, there's like a pit fight with
The
the
dogs.
dog things, the dog fights.
Yeah.
I made quite a few credits on that one.
Oh wow. He's like, yeah, I'm kind of rich off of that. My dogs are awesome. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I
Takes
adopted
the
the
sleep.
dog and I made probably about 2,000 credits. I won 4 times in a row.
Jesus Christ.
So yeah, it went well. I will say,
Sasha, were you doing the same thing?
What's that?
You were having dog fights in Mass Effect?
I don't think I've ever done that.
Oh man, I had to stop. This kid was addicted.
yeah, I bet on the fights at first, and then I found the dog that I could have and fight in the dog ring, and I was like, all right, let's do it.
When
Yeah,
does the new Pokemon come out?
November. It's like late November.
November is gonna just try to eat my paycheck, huh? That's what it is.
Yeah, there's a couple things coming out. So like the Fire Emblem's January, and then there's something in February as well for the from the Nintendo stuff. I don't remember which one's February, but like October, November, nothing December, but then January, February, I think are pretty much like I have games that I want to play right now. When earlier this year
Mm.
it was like Sunbreak and that's it. I guess I knew about Bayonetta, but like I didn't know when Bayonetta was at the time, so I was like, Sunbreak. I guess
I
I'll
don't
just
think
play
I've bought a
Sunbreak.
game since Rise. And even then, I've only been playing Fortnite.
Oh yeah, it's since Sunbreak, it's been kind of a me going back and playing older games, like hence Mass Effect, like um,
Yeah.
me replaying Titan Quest for the billionth time, but actually getting into Legendary mode for the first time ever.
Oh
Um,
snap! Oh snap! Legendary mode.
it's hard. Well, are you familiar with the old Diablo 2 formula? Normal, Nightmare, Hell.
Yeah.
It's the exact same
Yeah.
thing. It's just like normal, epic, legendary is their terminology. So,
Hmm.
and Titan Quest is much longer than Diablo 2. Much longer. With
Oh,
it's got 6 acts to go through and they're all beefy, like they're very long.
the game. That's what we need.
No, I get it. I I breached 500 hours already though.
What is it? Titan Quest.
Mhm. Yeah, it's on
Titan.
Steam and Good Old Games, both of them.
Gotcha.
I would not play the console ports. The console ports are terrible.
So then, how am I supposed to play
I play it on PC. I'm sorry.
it? The
I
dog
will
had a
say,
console world. I'm like,
I will say, well, okay. Specifically, the Switch one is terrible. I don't know about the Xbox or the PlayStation ones.
yeah, this should be fine. Like,
Um, but the Switch one is known for crashing, and they don't plan on fixing it. So,
noted.
uh,
Writing that down. Do not get for Switch.
yeah, and also I believe that the console ports don't have the expansions. So they have the original expansion, Immortal Throne. So like back in the day in 2006, then 2007, they came out with Titan Quest and then Immortal Throne. And then like 3 or 4 years ago, so we're talking a long time between 2007 and like 2018 or something. Titan Quest Ragnarok came out, and then Atlantis, and then we got last year. I don't remember the name of it, but it's another one set in Chinese mythology. I'm going to pull up on the stream, and I can look. Titan Quest extras,
So it's just a base game on consoles.
Eternal Embers, just the base with the first expansion. So that because that is what Anniversary Edition is the original 2. But Ragnarok Atlantis and Eternal Embers are new expansions that have come out on PC that I do believe are not on consoles.
Okay.
And Ragnarok has a feature on the list that I like to talk about called pants. There is no pants item slot in the game. And one of the advertised things for Ragnarok is they added pants. But all it is, it's the boot slot with pants attached to it.
All right.
Because it's set in ancient Greece where they all wore those tunics, right? It was just, everyone just showed their legs. Like, it was just like you wore a skirt. So, yeah.
Sorry.
So, yeah. Oh, man, this glasses is bugging. I can feel it popping out of place. It is bugging me. But, so yeah, I've just been playing that. So, like, I feel like it's been a bit of a drought, kind of. And then now here we are, not in a drought. Everything's getting announced and released. So,
Sasha, what have you been playing lately?
I've been playing Saints Row and Tiny Tina's Wonderlands.
Okay, the remake of Saints Row?
Yes.
Is it worth it? Because a lot of people saying like they nerfed a lot of things. You know what I mean? Like it's not like the original.
The more that I'm playing it, the less satisfied I am with it. It's not a bad game, but I do not enjoy the mini games in the same way that I enjoyed it in the original franchise. It's just not hitting in the way it used to. And I don't like any of the radio stations except for the rap radio station, which my husband hates. So I try not to annoy him if I'm playing it during the day. And I feel like in all of the other Saints Row games, I could just turn on the radio. It didn't matter which one it was, and either it was really entertaining talk or good music. And I'm pretty bummed about that.
Oh man. I mean, I was on the fence about getting that just as like a YOLO game. You know, Black Friday probably would be on sale, whatever like that. But
I think $30 or less, it probably is worth it. It's a pretty big map. I think once you unlock the garage, you can customize your cars. Pretty cool. So like right now, I have the option to card a wingsuit. I have ejector seats in one of my cars. I've got kneecappers in a bunch of my cars. Like, you can put the towing cables on just about anything. So one of my favorite things to do that I discovered is to when the police are pursuing you, to toss your towing cable out, and you can attach the police cruiser to you and then start destroying everything, including the other police cars that are chasing you. And then you can detach it whenever you want, and then freedom awaits you.
that sounds like Just Cause, because that was a big feature of Just Cause, is having that grappling hook.
Yeah, it's that's been my favorite part of the game, is making my own mayhem, but I am disappointed that I do not have so far the option to do any of my favorite mini games from the original series.
That's disappointing because I actually enjoy that. Like my favorite Saints Row is 2.
Mine as well.
Yeah, that one was a
Heli
banger.
Attack. I don't even want to talk about Heli Attack.
It's a dark place as a child for me, so I feel you with that. But what is Tiny Tina's like? Is it crossplay? Like if I'm able to play with somebody that's on PlayStation?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. And you didn't beat it yet? Is that long?
Oh, I've beaten it. I'm just knocking away the chaos levels now. I've been playing by myself the whole time.
Yeah, you're just doing end
What
game
is it,
content.
like $40?
No, it's still full price. It's on sale right now. I think you can get the full game plus the season pass for $60 right now.
Jeez.
Tiny Tina's Wonderlands.
Yep.
I want to see if it's on Game Pass. Probably not.
It's not.
Man, stream is not liking it today for some reason.
Yeah, it really isn't. Yeah, I see it for 30.
I really enjoy Tiny Tina's. I have to say, I don't think I can go back to Borderlands.
Mm-hmm.
Like the Tiny Tina formula is just better for me than
I,
Borderlands. It's the same game, but just slightly different.
I'd have to
No,
agree.
when I first seen this, I just thought it would be.
As much as
I'm
I
sorry, go.
didn't like it because of the experience I had, I agree. Like I think it is better than Borderlands on a lot of levels.
Oh, you played it as well.
Yeah, I played it a while ago. We did it for Bickering Bucks, and I gave it a 4 out of 10. Um,
Oh,
Wow.
disappointing.
but my play experience was heavily ruined, like heavily so.
Wow.
Uh,
Hi.
we were playing with a group of friends, and two of the friends had already beaten it and
Oh.
was trying to rush it. And then when we were trying to find the dice on our own, which are like the loot dice that give you better luck, um, which my brother and I were very interested in finding on our own. And if they happen to remember one or two, it's like, okay, sure, whatever. But like, they were Googling the dice locations and just going there and getting them behind our backs while we're getting other ones. Like, while in the game, I was like, I don't. And we had a pact afterwards. We're like, dude, we're never playing a game with them again. That until we are
Oh,
done.
damn.
It's like because
Yeah.
they straight up ruined it for me. I will say, other than that, I think it was probably in as far as like because I've traditionally not liked a lot of Borderlands games. Um, I will say it's probably the best one I've played. So I had to think about that because I did rate it pretty low. But the reason why I rated it pretty low was my play experience more so than I think the game itself. Um,
Yeah.
yeah,
I think I would give it like a 7 out of 10.
That's not bad.
I'd probably go
That's what
up
I
to it.
rated.
I'd probably go up to a 6 if it wasn't ruined.
I think if I actually played with other people, I might maybe give it an 8 or a 9, but I only get like small little chunks of time to play, so I'm not gonna spend time orchestrating
Right.
time to
Yeah.
play with other people. So
Yeah.
I just thought it would be something really fun to play because, like, it's a goofy. No, it's a satire on, like, D&D and everything like that. So I
Oh
thought that
yeah.
might be fun to play.
Which is something I
Yeah.
love. Being a big D&D fan, anytime that something satires D&D, I love it. It's like one of my favorite like board/card games is Munchkin because Munchkin is just a satire of D&D the whole time.